Little baby, you trying to be camouflaging over there, aren't you? Looking for mushrooms again. Yes, and we found where the old ones were. That's the stem, if you will. They're huge. They're almost as big as the morels were. So I really do think, yeah, that one too. I wonder if we would have kept them if they would have grown, but they were starting to kind of get nasty, so I don't know. We're having fun out here though. It's been raining all day, but it's finally nice and the sun's out. Yeah. Oh, it's a baby sniffing now. You little sniffer monkey, huh? You've been inside all day because it was raining pretty good. You were soaked this morning. Yes, you were. You were a soaked kitty. You got a wet kitty cat. We're just out here cruising around, having a good time. Even if you don't find any mushrooms, we're still having fun. And oftentimes when you're so hyper-focused to find mushrooms, you find other things, like snakes. It is what it is, huh? But where'd you go? He disappeared. Little baby disappeared on us. I wonder where he is. Little baby. Little baby, I see your tail. Little beacon tail. I think it's gonna pop around the corner. Cinnabon, you gotta say corner, okay? Like you work at a restaurant. Is that a bumblebee? Little baby boo. There he is. I see his little shadow. Oh, little baby. There he is. Looking for some mice in the wood piles, are you? Oh, what a good baby you are. Yes, he is. What a good baby. You're a good kitty, aren't you, little boo? Yeah? Looking for some mice, huh? Oh boy. Gotta get a scratch. Whoa. Just frolicking around. This is typically a decent spot for mushrooms over here, but I haven't seen any. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled, I suppose. Little baby. This time Daddy's going off the trail, huh? Oh, he sees something. Oh boy, he's determined. What you looking for, my friend? He's probably confused by my unconventional woods walk behavior today. We got a nice sunset. Although I wouldn't say it's quite a sunset yet. I lost him for a minute, but he's kind of up in the hill. All right, I found a big one. All right, let's go find it. We'll find it together, even though I already know where it is. Be very careful. Do you see it? Oh, I'll give you a clue. It's in the middle of the frame, little boo. Come over here and help Daddy. We found a monster mushroom, little boo. A monster one. And I'm hoping we find more, okay? Oh yeah, we found a monster mushroom. Mm-hmm. Yes, we did. Was that a bug on your tuchus? Oh, okay. I think it's gone now. Look, little boo. Oh my goodness, look at the size of this one. Holy cow. Look at that. That's huge. It curved a little bit too. There's grubs on it. That's how it is. Wow. This one's mature. We're gonna pick it. All right, little boo. This is a big one. Pinch the base. Just pull it. Look at the size of that. The stem. Holy cow. Oh, it's one of the biggest ones. Yeah, I got a little grub thing on there. Little boo. Look at the size of this one. Little baby. Look. Cinnabon. Look. Look at this. There's a bug on there. Can you get the bug for Daddy? All right. I had a feeling we'd find one, little boo. That's a big one. Look at the size of that. My goodness, yes. It's a huge mushroom. I'm going to get my little mushroom mesh bag now, okay? Be right back. Can you wait for Daddy, please? Oh, thank you. Yes, my friend. We'll have to search the areas where we already found mushrooms to find more. Yeah. We'll see if we'll find more. We're in full mushroom hunt mode now. Just look at the inside of that thing. It's crazy. It's a big one. It's a big one. Would you look at that? It fits perfectly in the bag, little bit. Isn't that cool? The idea is obviously this helps them breathe, and also when we find them, we put them in there and walk around, and supposedly it helps spread the spores. Who knows, but it's worth a shot. Little Cinnabon. We found another one. I almost stepped on it. Look at that thing. Wow. I've decided what to do with these. I'm going to see my parents in a couple of days. It shouldn't be an issue storing these. I just got to wash them, cut them up, and put them in the refrigerator. I have a method that'll keep them fresh for a few days. And then we'll enjoy mushrooms with the family. Where'd the baby go? There he is. I think we found a nice little sweet spot over here, little boo. Cinnabon, look how pretty you are. He's like, I'm not pretty, I'm handsome. I usually don't go to this part of the property. Oh, little boo, it's kind of harder because a lot of the trees are down. Never found a mushroom back here. Maybe today's the day where that changes. When you are mushroom hunting, it's always a good sign when you find other types of mushrooms. And when I was over here, I just thought, wouldn't it be cool if we found the Morel Mushroom Motherload? And look at this. Can you see how many there are? I can see one. There is another one, at least two, three. Holy cow. We will approach with caution. Look at the size of this thing. Holy moly, I'll have enough mushrooms for me and my family. Holy cow. They love decomposing wood. I've never found them back here. Cinnabon, you're missing out. Good thing I brought the little mesh with me. My goodness, let's get a better view of that. Beautiful piece of creation right there. This is insanity. The more I look, the more I find. Absolutely crazy. Maybe we'll give some to the neighbor across the street too. We'll see if they're out. It'll be kind of a nice gesture. Holy cow. Looks like something pooped on it. No, I think that's something else. Holy cow. Just in awe. I mean, look at that thing. I guess Cinnabon's keeping guard. You got the sun too. Hi, honey. This is, I would say, by a considerable amount, the best year so far with mushrooms, which is great because last year was the worst with only 2 that I found. Now that I know about this little honey hole, how come you never told Daddy about this place? Years ago now. A bunch of trees came over in a windstorm and it kind of made this area not as appealing to travel. But now that we know to look, oh. You probably caught the beginning of that. Cinnabon just hacked up a hairball a little bit. You goofy goober. Well, thank goodness you're outside. Usually he waits until it's inside for that. Oh, poor Cinnabon jumped on that decomposing log in the center of the frame and it broke and he fell down. It's okay, boo. Daddy saw it, but it wasn't on film, so it's like it never happened. Yeah, this is definitely the mother load. Whew. Can you find the mushroom in this shot? I bet you can. I naturally, of course, go in the center of the frame, but yeah, I think this one came from wherever the other ones came from. We're in the general area still. Cinnabon's like, see you later, Daddy. You're staying in the same place for too long. This one's also growing sort of at an angle. It's kind of cool how they do that. We sure hit the mother load, huh, little boo? It's like a picture with a bunch of fish people catch. Yeah. A lot of mushrooms, huh, my friend? I had so many of the mesh started to chafe away at the edges of the mushrooms, so we got to unload them. Yeah, I'd say that's a good amount. You want to go inside, little boo? Daddy continue the search by himself? That's okay. Oh, you want to stay here and guard him for Daddy? Well, thank you. Look at our bumblebee friend. Aww. What a cutie. He wants to give us a little high five, I bet. Found 2 more in a spot I haven't found mushrooms in years. And I think I'm going to mark this spot because this is in the area where there's a lot of stuff that looks the same. But pretty exciting. All right, just for fun, can you see the next mushroom? As the typical rule goes, you find one, there's usually more. And if you haven't found it already, the other one is right here. I'll go ahead and pick it. This is like something out of a dream at this point. We're just waiting to wake up. There's another one right there in the middle of the frame. Do you see the other one? I do. This one's big. I'm being careful where I step. This is ridiculous. I've never found this many here. I found one small one, and I remember that one that I found was probably like 1/5 of the size of the one we're looking at now. And it was the only one I found that day, so I put it in the refrigerator in a bag, and that was a mistake. These need to be stored open, and they only keep for a couple days in the refrigerator. Some people freeze them. I don't really do that. I typically enjoy them pretty quickly after picking them. This is a good size, and if you haven't noticed, Cinnabon's not around. He wandered inside, so I gave him some wet food, so we'll go ahead and trek it along without him. Look a few feet away. We have another one. Being very careful not to step on it. And I'm sure this is going to be a long video, so if you're watching, thank you. It's a hunter-gatherer kind of a thing. It's just really fun. And if anything gets you outside, enjoy the fresh air. It's fun, regardless if you find any or not. It's so interesting, isn't it? I try my best not to disturb the, if you want to call it a root system. There's some debate about whether or not it makes an impact, but I just do my best to break it off at the bottom so as to not disturb the little network. There's a smaller one right there. You blink, you miss it. This is still the same area. We're doing pretty good so far. Found another one. In the past, I've read that morel mushrooms like south-facing hills, and pretty much almost my entire property is one big south-facing hill, so I think that's why we're getting really lucky tonight. There are 2 in this shot. What is that little animal squeaking at me? So there's one there, and there's another one over there. Oh, What's that animal barking at us? Good thing Cinnabon's not here. He'd probably take it out. Eeks. A little squeaker. This area is a little more challenging because of all the green, but we'll keep our eyes peeled for more. There's another one in the middle of the frame there. Looks like our bumblebee friend is checking in on us. I'm gonna go ahead and call off the hunt for now. We did very, very well. I'll go ahead and show you all the mushrooms we found together. There we go. Cinnabon's back out. Hey, buddy. So we have mostly grays and yellows. I've never seen black morels in this property, so. Thanks for helping, little boo. You helped for most of these, you know. We definitely have enough to give to neighbors. Look, this is the shape usually we find them in. Little boo, look at this one. Yeah. He knows better than to eat raw mushrooms, don't you, little boo? Yeah. Well, we wanted to thank everybody for joining us on this mushroom hunt. Cinnabon, you knocked one off. How dare you? You trying to propagate the spores? Yeah. Thank you for being a part of our hunting journey. Sorry, Cinnabon, you missed out on those weird animal calls back there, but I'm sure there'll always be next time. All right, so I got the scale, and I got the mushrooms temporarily in a bag. You never want to really put them in a bag like this, but just for weighing them, I weighed the bag by itself, so that's 0.2 ounces, so we'll take the final weight and minus 0.2 ounces. A little over a pound, so okay. Look how crazy that is. Nice saltwater soak. Wow. Never seen so many in one spot in person. Gonna go ahead and let them dry for a little bit, and then we'll cook some up for tonight with some remaining asparagus I have, and then we'll put some in a bowl for when I visit my parents, and then the other ones I'm gonna assemble in a bowl for my neighbors. Mushrooms are almost ready. Oh, the hunting got you tired, huh, little boo? And this little assortment here is gonna be for my neighbors, and then I have 2 more similar bowls I'm gonna bring to my parents' house, so that'll be pretty cool. So what I do is I put a slightly damp paper towel over the bowl, and then it'll keep in the fridge for up to 48 hours, I would say. Little baby, it's time for Daddy to enjoy his mushroom meal with asparagus. Be a light meal for Daddy tonight. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and try one of the mushrooms. We'll start with one of the darker ones, a gray, I believe. There we go. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it takes a moment for the flavor to burst, I suppose. All right, let's try one of the lighter colored ones. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow, that's perfect. Perfect amount of salt and salted butter, a little bit of pepper too. And I did the same thing with the asparagus. Let's go ahead and try an asparagus piece by itself and then one with the mushroom. There we go. A little piece of asparagus. We'll try the good end. Very good. We're gonna try asparagus with one of the morels. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Very tasty. I do get asparagus that grows on my property. However, I usually don't have enough to make this much as you see here, so I get it at the store. Typically, usually I get maybe 2 to 6 at a time in the garden, so I kind of cheated and got this at the store. But this is all field or forest to fork. Little baby, I don't think you'd want it, Morel. Oh. No, it's probably not good for the baby. Sorry, little boy, I don't think kitties are supposed to have morels. I just wanted you to sniff it. Yes. Yeah, this is a wonderful combination. The only thing I'm missing is steak. I should have got some steak today, huh, but that's okay. Yeah, this will be a lighter meal. Yeah. For anyone who hasn't tried morels, I mentioned this in previous videos, but if you haven't seen those, they taste like a buttery steak that melts in your mouth. That's a very good way to describe it. Pretty good. You don't want to eat them raw, and you don't want to eat them lightly cooked. What I do is I overcook them a little bit, or what I think is overcooking them, just because A, they taste better that way, and B, it's much safer to do that. We got the last piece for now, little boo. Here we go. For tonight. Super tasty, little boo, huh? Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I'm sure this is a super long video, so if you made it this far, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us on a wonderful, one of the coolest mushroom hunts, actually the best mushroom hunt I've ever been on. So thank you again, everyone. Take care and God bless.